tables over into the Pharisee space and said, "What do you think of me now?" And so the point is that Christians are on this planet to love and serve and advance the kingdom. But what won't happen is that they're going to go off into the sunset and not defend themselves.
Yes.
And
Yes.
take a look at what Georgia Maloney is now leading in her own country.
Yeah.
Milan is a war zone. Milan is absolutely burning on fire. And
Yep.
and they're taking the fight to them. What was Georgia's big sin? Oh, she won't toe the line on Palestine, this mythological kingdom.
Yeah. We gave them, they had a two-state solution and they blew it. I'm not going to say it again. They had a two-state solution and they freaking blew it. They handed out candy. They handed out candy on 9/11. Those children who danced around on 9/11 grew up and it made it typical on October the 7th. They had their shot. And you know what, France, if you want to friggin' have a Palestinian state, then open up the Loire River Valley. Why don't you put it right there? Put it in some of those old castles down there, man. Why the hell not?
So I'm glad you said that, because here's the Europeans doing what the Europeans do. The European leaders, that is, not the Europeans themselves. So we recognize Palestine, but they're not willing to give $1 or 1 ounce of dirt for that endeavor. Oh wait, it gets better. We need to check Russian aggression. We're going to take the fight to them. Yeah, but whose army?
Yes. Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's the world's #1 nuclear power. But now let's say, but we're going to stop this right now.
Have you ever in your lifetime seen an American president give it to the New World Order or the world order in general like this?
No, he's something like a kid. No, he never went and took the rings to Chatham House. He never did that.
Oh, I love it. Oh, my brother. This is glorious. We'll share a little bit more on the other side of the break. A little bit more from the great Brigadier General Blaine Holt. Oh, bro, I'm going to tell you, I don't know if you knew this, they were saying earlier today was supposed to be the rapture. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I'm all over it.
All right, well,
I'm still here, though.
me too, bro. Let's I got to get through security. Let's take a break and come back. This is the Rob Carson Show.
Do you have an idea for a book? Fiction, nonfiction, or a children's book? We can help you put it together and bring it to market at Dorrance Publishing. We have thousands of testimonials from people just like you that we've helped get their books sold in stores and online. We've even got a service called the Writer's Coach. It's perfect for people that have a book idea in their head and they just need someone to help them put it on paper. Dorrance Book Publishing has been helping people just like you who have a book idea, written or not, for over 100 years. Imagine being counted among the most famous authors in the world with your very own book. Call right now and let us help you turn a book idea into reality. It's easier than you think. You just need a little help. Call us now.
800-879-4098. 800-879-4098. 800-879-4098. That's 800-879-4098.
As summer winds down, your heating and cooling system has been working overtime. Now's the perfect time to get it ready for the season ahead. Preventative fall maintenance from Joyce Cooling and Heating helps stop small problems before they turn into big, costly breakdowns. Our certified technicians will clean and service your system so it's ready when the first cold snap arrives. Don't wait for a breakdown.
Southern Central
Please have a seat. ... Menus, online ordering, up-to-date hours, and even gift cards. Check out AppleseedRestaurant.com. What's that website again, Dad? You can get anything you want at AppleseedRestaurant.com. Oh, great. Now we gotta pay our low royalties.
Information and discussion. This is 107.3 WPNJ.
Unendable wars. They said they were unendable. They're never going to get them solved. Some were going for 31 years. Two of them. 31, think of it, 31 years. One was 36 years. One was 28 years. I ended 7 wars.
Yeah, you did. You did.
And in all cases, they were raging with countless thousands of people being killed.
Man, there's a lot of silence in that UN chamber with Donald Trump giving the horrid little what for on the Newsmax hotline is General Blaine Hope, and there was that quote about Mos Eisley in Star Wars. What was it? I saw that quoted this morning as at the United Nations. They were like Mos Eisley in Star Wars, a den of whatever. But man, he really did. He took it to him. I love a president. The attempted assassinations, the tribulations that he went through has led to this enlightenment, Blaine. And we're seeing it now on the world stage as evil begins to get knocked back on its heels.
This is why they tried to take him down, right?
I know, bro.
They were trying to prevent this speech today from happening, and they didn't get it done. Another one that, when you do get to see the whole speech, that you're going to love is when he starts schooling them on the realities of their climate cult crap.
Yes.
And then he starts talking about the renewables, and he goes, imagine that, renewables. You're supposed to make money on energy, people, not lose money, and then you subsidize it with your governments and you go bankrupt. And by the way, if wind propellers were such a big deal that China makes, and then you see the camera angle on the Chinese delegation.
Yes.
China makes all these things, and they sell it to the world. Hey, guess what? They don't even use them themselves. Why? Because they don't work. And all you're doing is destroying the beautiful countrysides of our world, and we're not going to have it in the United States. We're getting rid of them, and it's just garbage. And we're not putting up. And your sequestration nonsense. We're not doing that anymore either. I was like looking for microwave popcorn and something, some jalapenos. I was just like, I gotta watch it.
I'm gonna have to get some chippy pop. I got one of those old timey popcorn poppers that have the dome on it. And you put the butter in the bottom. I'm gonna fire that sucker up and watch this speech tonight. Oh my God! Here is Donald Trump going after the countries that are recognizing Palestine.
This will be a reward for these horrible atrocities, including October 7th, even while they refuse to release the hostages or accept the ceasefire. Instead of giving to Hamas and giving so much, because they've taken so much, this could have been solved so long ago. But instead of giving in to Hamas's ransom demands, those who want peace should be united with one message: release the hostages now.
There you go. This is kind of like Trump doing to the world what he did to the United States in 2024.
I believe when we look back on the Trump presidency, we're going to remember 2 speeches. One of them he hasn't given yet. One speech that we'll always remember is this one here, where he declared war on the global elitists, that we're not big enough in the population to do that. He is. Our billionaire is standing up for us. And that's the one speech. The one he hasn't given yet, I imagine, will be his farewell speech. But these are the things that we'll look back and go, wow. We were at the brink, and leadership, American leadership stopped.
I use the analogy because we're in a battle of good and evil. We are in a battle of good and evil. We are the reaction to the action of evil. We are. Donald Trump's election is the reaction to the action, and then Charlie Kirk's martyrdom accelerated that. Absolutely 100%. I have no doubt in my mind. Donald Trump, the only leader in world history to stand up after being shot and raise his fist to the heavens and say, fight, fight, fight. You tell me that this isn't a movement toward good. It's ethereal. It is godly. That's it. I'm not saying Donald Trump is, but I'm going to tell you something. You only get to enlightenment her tribulation. Kamala Harris never went through any tribulation. My God, I don't think she's made it through a book.
The Brown thing, was that some tribulation? It might have been a little bit. We don't need to go there. The big thing is that...
You know, the longest position she ever held was horizontal. Go ahead, I'm sorry, Woody, go ahead.
Easy. Yes, I knew you were... So the big thing is he inspired billions of people on our planet. Those leaders are going home to people who are like, yeah, what Donald said.
Oh.
And he ended the speech with 3 words that I thought were classic. Fight, fight, fight.
Oh, brother. Oh, brother.
Fight. So that, I've taught leadership for now 30 years, and I'm just telling you that great leaders will rise to the occasion, will meet the challenge, and will inspire others.
Now we're united. What he just did is he united the world behind us and behind this movement. He did.
Yes.
He did what they did in
tyranny.
He did what we did in World War II. He did it now on the world stage about this, I guess, I don't even know what to say, this existential evil that's trying to take down the world. He sent a message to the world and to the world's people, to Brits who are proud of being Brits and the French who are proud of being French. Enough is enough. Do like we did. Let's make this go worldwide. Bro, this is bigger. This is on the heels of the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
This is such a message passed through the world leaders to their people, brother. Oh my God.
They thought when they struck down Charlie Kirk, they could send us into darkness. They thought playing off the teleprompter of our president today would cause him to forget his lines. Couldn't be further from the truth. We are on the ascendancy, and they are looking at Rico.
Wow. They are going to go after Antifa. I can't wait till Georgia Maloney starts kicking Antifa's ass in Italy, to be quite honest. I really, because that's coming, by the way. She's not going to take that nonsense. And this was a message to the people of the world, not the leaders of the world. This was a message to the people of the world.
Before we hang up.
811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
Reported to the government we have 3 or 4 days after the patient was admitted, then it can be considered hospital acquired.
I see. So what's the protocol then in the hospital when a patient does get an infection?
So typically, an infection preventionist, their job is to look at not only the culture results, but also the patient's records to see if they actually meet the criteria for the hospital-acquired infection. So they are the ones who usually then report infections to the CDC. The CDC has a national database, and then Medicare uses that data to create its own scores for hospitals and determine who gets financially penalized.
It seems to me that the incentives then are set up in a way that hospitals aren't really in a hurry to run and report these infections.
Yeah, I think that's really true. A lot of academics and doctors that I spoke with said that this is a really big problem with this program. I talked to some public health experts who said, they think these are some of the worst, this is like the worst quality reporting program that Medicare has, just because of how it's set up and how the incentives are sort of perversely set up to discourage hospitals from testing for infections.
I'm curious what kinds of infections are most commonly acquired in the hospital.
Yeah, so the most common ones are C. difficile is a bacteria that infects the colon and can be a deadly infection. There's urinary tract infections that are affiliated with a catheter that a patient has in. So if that catheter becomes infected, the patient gets a UTI. There's also bloodstream infections that come from a central line. A central line is that tube that's inserted into a vein and brings medications, fluids into the body. There's also sepsis is a really severe infection that basically the body's immune system just goes into hyperdrive, and it can result in multiple